Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Friday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenora Shipura.
And I am Micheline Navatises.
It is great to have you on the show, Micheline. Now getting into the news stories. Although failed fires continue to become more devastating and widespread in Namibia, there has been a reduction in the number of fires recorded over the past years. In 2021, a total of 1,234 fires were recorded, while in 2022, 930 occurred countrywide. According to Environment Ministry Executive Director Theophilus Ngihitilia, there has also been a reduction in the land destroyed by fires from 1.5 million hectares in 2022 to 335,824 hectares in 2023. This is due to interventions put in place by the ministry, which include, among others, the implementation of charcoal production guidelines, maintenance and development of fire cut lines, awareness and training of stakeholders in basic firefighting. He noted that 6 lives were lost in failed fires in 2023. This is great. The fact that there has been a reduction in the number of fires, that's great. I would commend them.
It really is. I think the last one was close by the airport, or just that side of the caravan park, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember how everyone was on board, you know, to actually tame the fire down, if I can put it that way. Yeah. So kudos to the failed fires, if I can put it that way, for behaving this year.
Yes, and also for people being, you know, more aware in knowing what to do when one occurs. Now, getting into our next story, a 7-month-old baby who was abandoned in Usakos yesterday has been handed over to the state pending investigations by the Namibian police. The baby girl was found lying on the ground next to a shop in the Hakasep location and was taken to the Usakos State Hospital. The baby was handed over to a nurse. She was admitted for a medical checkup and is in good condition. The matter has been reported to the Gender-Based Violence Protection Unit while investigations continue, a police report read. Wow, it's always saddening to hear this type of stories. I just wonder what is it a problem that can be solved at a policy level, or what are your thoughts on this?
I think, yes, of course, it's sad. I don't know if you know of the Ruach Elohim Foundation that's in the coast. I think if the community and the private sectors and the public sector can, you know, hold hands, if we can create each for one town nationwide, then I think we will have less issues like this, because some mothers are raped, unfortunately, but they're too scared to go report. Some it's just a mistake. Some are not financially stable. There's so many reasons as to why this happens. So if we can come together as a nation and combat this, then I think we'll have less of this.
Yeah, I hope more people knew about the Elohim Foundation in the coast, and because it's literally set up to solve these type of issues. And I think the more the community is involved, the more we can, the better we're able to tackle this issue. Now, moving on, Namibia Breweries Limited unveiled its comprehensive annual responsible consumption awareness initiative, Take a Second, earlier this week. This campaign aims to foster positive shifts in social attitudes towards alcohol consumption and instill a greater sense of accountability across Namibian communities. Spearheaded by NBL Corporate Affairs Manager Surihe Gomas Kaguchu, Take a Second addresses the need to normalize responsible alcohol consumption behaviors and eradicate anti-social actions associated with excessive drinking. The campaign strategically targets 2 key demographics: the vibrant youth embracing life to the fullest and the more moderate, responsible consumers who participate in alcohol consumption during social occasions. Building upon the success of its 2021 Be the One campaign, which celebrated responsible consumption choices, Take a Second urges individuals to pause and make responsible decisions surrounding alcohol consumption, leveraging national media channels such as billboards, radio, print, ads, social media, and more. NBL aims to spread awareness and encourage behavioral changes. Now, this is a great initiative, especially during the festive season. because people tend to drink
yes,
a lot and they make a lot of irresponsible choices. And some of those choices can also have devastating consequences.
Of course, this is a step in the right direction. It's always important for companies or private sectors. I usually say it's a trend. Towards the end of the year, they have campaigns just targeting alcohol or creating more awareness on road safety and alcohol. So I think this is really a great initiative. Kudos to NBL.
No, kudos to them as well. And but also one begs to wonder, maybe we should start having these campaigns year out.
Of course.
So that people learn to be responsible throughout the year.
That's true.
Now moving on, in our economic news, Swakopmund municipality prohibits the use of fireworks. We'll tackle this story shortly. Now, a big thank you to our in-house correspondent, Micheline Nawatis, who shed some light on some of our top stories. Moving on, in our story of the day, rather than economic news, as I had previously forward-sold. Let's get into it. The Swakopmund Municipal Council has issued a warning against the use of fireworks within the residential areas of the town. The municipality expressed the hope that residents will take note of the warning and prioritize safety during the festive season. This comes with only a few days till the countdown to the new year begins, and in response to growing concerns over safety hazards during the festive season, the warning extends to individuals and groups planning private celebrations and those participating in larger community events, said the municipality, adding that fireworks known for their spectacular displays can pose significant risk, including fires, injuries, and distress to pets. The law states that it is illegal to use or explode fireworks in any place within a town or city boundaries, including private homes or gardens, except with a prior permission from the local authority. Now, the Swakopmund municipality prohibits the use of fireworks in the local authority area of Swakopmund, said the municipality in a statement. The municipality explained that fireworks are fun for humans, but the loud, unexpected sounds of fireworks cause stress and anxiety. Fireworks are not only a huge safety risk, but can be quite traumatizing for small children and pets such as dogs, cats, and other animals with high-frequency hearing. Hopefully, people abide to these rules. Now, after the break, we'll be getting into our economic news. Getting into our economic news, while Starlink might be licensed to operate in a host of African countries in 2024, including neighbors Namibia, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Eswatini, and Botswana, sorting out licensing in South Africa has been at a standstill. Its fleet of low Earth orbit satellites can provide fast and stable internet connectivity to most of the world. Satellite internet service could prove to be a game changer in rural areas of South Africa, where it has been historically difficult for telecommunications companies to justify installing infrastructure. While there is already Starlink network coverage across South Africa, the company is not able to offer services locally because it has not obtained an operating license from the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa. ICASA has met with Starlink at least twice, but has not yet received an application for a license. The Communications Register will not be allowed to grant an operating license to Starlink unless the company fulfills certain requirements. The biggest stumbling block seems to be the requirement that an applicant is 30% owned by persons from historically disadvantaged groups, including Black people, women, and people with disabilities. Region Starlink is further ahead with the licensing process in many other African countries. The company is already legally operating in 7 African countries, including Mozambique and Nigeria. The company has an interactive map where it has forecast start dates for its operations in every region. According to the map, the company intends to start its operations in Namibia next year. The vast majority of the African countries, including all of South Africa's neighboring countries, have quarters in 2024 listed for start dates. The Communications Regulatory Authority of Namibia told News 24 in October this year that it was in discussions with Starlink but had not received a formal application. The Botswana Communications Regulatory Authority also said it had received an application from Starlink in May but refused to discuss the application with a third party. After the break, we'll be getting into our international news. Do stay with Sunset News.
In 1994, a group of Namibians saw a need for a grassroots Namibian medical aid fund. The Prosperity Medical Aid Fund was born right here, among the hard-working fishermen and ship workers of Walvis Bay. In 2001, in order to establish a fund focused on its members that put their health first, the fund formed its own identity away from its administrators, Prosperity Health. It was named Renaissance Health as a symbol for the renewal of medical funding in Namibia, a transformation in health. Renaissance members voted for their first board of trustees who would carry the fund forward for all Namibians. By 2010, Renaissance had members across the entire Namibia, a fund founded by Namibians for Namibians to ensure access to quality healthcare. In 2020, RMA was put to the test with COVID-19, supplying life-saving oxygen machines door-to-door to members when our Namibian hospitals were full, saving many of its members' lives. RMA is not just a medical aid fund, it's a partner in health for its members, whether through our chronic compliance programs or yearly wellness checkups. RMA was started by you. It belongs to you. A proudly Namibian first medical aid fund providing the best in care for all Namibians. Renaissance Health Medical Aid Fund, serving Namibia since 1994. RMA. Your health comes first.
Now, before we get into our international news, let's get into our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.23, against the euro at 20.17, against the US dollar at 18.35. 2 Namibian dollars and 57 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, gold, platinum, and Brent crude oil went up while copper went down. Brent crude oil trading at 0.91%, going for $79.67 per barrel. Now, after this short break, we'll be getting into your international news.
Today we are going to learn how to bake.
Welcome, everyone.
Things may not always go as planned, but our technology doesn't fail. Join Paratus today. Paratus, always prepared.
Fancy bright lights have covered parts of Johannesburg to spread Christmas cheer. While most residents leave the city for holidays, the few who are left are often met with silence from the normally loud, bustling metropolis. In the Bryanston neighborhood, residents started a festive initiative decorating an entire street with Christmas lights and hosting street parties where parents and children can enjoy carols and have nighttime picnics while watching the lights. For many, the evening setting added a special touch to the festivities and was an ideal venue for reflecting on the challenging year. At Joburg Zoo, the annual Festival of Lights continued to captivate audiences. Not only does it illuminate the zoo with festivity, but also serves as a heartwarming gathering for the community to come together, celebrate life, and create lasting memories in the spirit of Christmas. The Christmas spirit can definitely be felt by looking at that video. After the break, we'll be getting into our weather predictions.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Let's now take a look at the weather predictions. Katima Mulilo can expect some showers with a minimum of 20 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius. Oshakati can also expect some showers with a minimum of 23 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius. Henties Bay can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 15 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius. Rehoboth can expect a minimum of 22 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 36 degrees Celsius. We'll now take a look at the sporting world courtesy of Sports Wrap.
Welcome to Sport Wrap for Sunset News with Ashwin Mbedi. We start off with the Brave Warriors giving a clarification on their 27-player squad for AFCON. Now, CAF permitted a final squad of 27 players, 4 more than the initial 23 from previous tournaments. The registration of the 4 additional players on the final list is only an option and not an obligation. In case a team submits a final squad of between 24 and 27 players, only 23 of them will be available for selection for each match during the tournament. Coach Colin Benjamin said he will only take along 23 players to AFCON, not 27. 7 big-name players in the league that didn't make the final AFCON 2024 are having a lot of people wondering. Now, it's all systems go for the Okapia Annual Sports Tournament at the 11 Morning Star Sport Field in Ondangwa today. This was earlier where it started. Now, the draw took place yesterday for a 4-day event. The 11 Morning Star Sport Field next to Andiba Toivo Toivo Airport in Ondangwa is the one hosting the annual Okapia Football Tournament from 21 to 24 December. Now, the event primarily sponsored by Philip Lucas of Okapia Liner Transport transport has a twofold purpose. It is staged to help keep the community, particularly the youth, engaged in positive activities during the holiday season. It is also a platform for players to get scouted by teams campaigning in organized mainstream football structures. And in the last of our stories, the Premier League will serve up its traditional festive feast of action, but few games will be as eagerly anticipated as first-placed Arsenal's trip to second-placed Liverpool on Saturday. As Christmas crackers go, this one takes some beating as the two sides that appear most likely to relieve a stuttering Manchester City of their crown face off at Anfield. 28 Premier League games will be crammed in 12 days, starting with Aston Villa's home clash with bottom club Sheffield United on Saturday, when victory would send Villa to the top, while Unai Emery's side have emerged as genuine title contenders after 15 successive home league wins. Arsenal and Liverpool are still regarded as City's biggest rivals. Those have been our sports stories.
It's the Premier League, all on DSTV. All the goals, clashes, and moments. All of Rashford, Salah, and Saka.
Their start is getting better and better and better.
All in HD. Available on all these bouquets to choose from. To watch on all these devices. Get DSTV with an HD decoder, free installation, plus 1 month compact for 1,549 Namibian dollars. It's the Premier League, all on DSTV.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
The Agenda is a weekly national affairs interview program hosted every Sunday by Namibian Sun editor Toivon Jabela, featuring a panel of high-profile newsmakers, analysts, and experts. The Agenda aims to reach high-end news consumers seeking informed understanding of national issues. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and the Namibia Media Holdings Facebook platform. The Agenda focuses on interviews where we put the nation in the hot seat. Contact Agenda at synergy.com.na to get your product and service in the hot seat. The Agenda, focused on today's conversation.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Friday evening. We obviously wish that everybody who's traveling are safe on the roads. And we wish you a happy festive season from me, Glenn Rashipura. Until next time.